I think I need to do something about my carelessness, only it's not been at the top of my priority list, so I haven't been able to do anything about it. This is not the only thing that I lost. मेरी जेब से कुछ 500 यूरो गिर गए मतलब वो जब पड़े गिर गए, ऐसे बैठा हुआ था, कहीं गिर गए 500 यूरो. तो 500 यूरो इज इन INR, it must be around 35 or 1,000 rupees. Obviously it pinches a lot, you know, so, and you know that you have messed up there, so you can't let it ride on your head also, you know, you can't let it make you anxious. जब उतनी सारी चीज़ों को खुद को anxious नहीं करने दे रहे, तो अब चलो ठीक है, कोई नहीं, हुआ. I just hope that somebody who's in need must get that money somehow, in some cosmic way, somehow benefit from my mistake. That's all you can think. Then there was one time, and that Rizwik will probably tell you also, that mugging that, you know. Okay, so Barcelona, a lot of pickpocketing happens. It happens. चलते फिरते सड़क पे होती रहती है. So from what I hear, there is no violence, but there is pickpocketing. So one has to be extremely careful of one's stuff. Now I was out and the cab dropped me on the other side of the lane. So I began to walk in, and there was a...
What were you doing?
I was out in a club. So all of us were getting together. I came back to the hotel. I was just walking in. Now I'm wearing a jacket quite like this. So I came inside and there was this guy who kept shouting, calling me names. I did not respond. Kept my head down, kept walking. He continued. Obviously the pitch of his voice went higher. I still didn't respond. Then from my peripheral vision, I saw him moving towards me. He came and by then my guards were up, you know. So he put his hand around my shoulder, and that was for 1 or 2 brief seconds. And as a reflex, I put my hand on his chest to push him back. You know, so the moment I did that, he got back himself and said that I don't want any trouble, I just want a conversation. And his hands were up like that, so clearly there was nothing in them. So I thought that, you know, Spain, I've met a lot of warm people who would just engage in a conversation just like that, with no particular agenda or negative intent. So I also said that I didn't expect any wrongdoing, and I thought that what the hell, koi nahi. And I went to the hotel room. When I checked my phone to pull it out for charging, it wasn't there. So I don't know how he did it in that brief time that he had his hand on my shoulder. I don't know how it happened. But it also seemed like he was drunk. So not only was he a fantastic thief, he was also a fab actor.
Wow, so you must be picking some.
Yeah. So I tried to search for him, and there was this Pakistani gentleman who was working in the hotel. So I asked him, and I told him that so and so thing has happened. He described the incident to me before I could describe it to him, and said that people do exactly this kind of thing here, and they're professionals. So you should just forget about your phone and not mull over it. So I went and got a burner kind of phone, a small phone.